Hello, my name is Bob Eason, and I teach the saxophone at Austin Peay State University in Clarksville, Tennessee. If you're working towards the Tennessee All Mid-State auditions, then this video series will provide you with playing examples and helpful tips to guide your practice and preparations. In this video, we'll be specifically focusing on the tenor saxophone excerpt for grades 7 and 8. In the first line, we need to be very careful with our counting, specifically with the half notes that are tied to the eighth notes on beat 3. An easy and effective way to practice this is to break the tie and subdivide the half note into eighth notes. This helps to establish a solid framework of counting, and it ensures you won't be early or late with the eighth notes on beats 3 and 4. It's also good to continue the eighth note subdivision with the dotted quarter notes in measures 5 and 6. In the second line, there are two tempo changes. There's a rallentando written in measure 7 and an a tempo marked at the end of measure 8. Rallentando means to gradually slow down the tempo, and a tempo means to return to the original tempo. As the rallentando begins in measure 7, there are 5 quarter notes that descend to a low C. As you play the notes G, F sharp, and F natural, you should be using the chromatic F sharp fingering so that your technique is as clean as possible. Also, try to be aware of the tension in your throat and your embouchure as you approach the low C. If your throat is tense or your embouchure is clamped down, your reed won't vibrate freely and your airspeed won't be able to support the low C. For the last two lines, the biggest trap lies in the dotted 8th 16th patterns. It's very important that you think about the subdivision and play the dotted 8th 16ths accordingly. If you aren't proactive in your mental subdivision, your dotted 8th 16ths will sound more like triplets. The real problem is that the triplet version of this lacks the energy and forward motion that the true dotted 8th 16th rhythm has. Here they are back to back with the incorrect triplet version first and the correct rhythm second. Listen to the difference in timing, but also the change in energy and forward motion. If you have issues leaving these ties at the right time, then it'll be helpful to practice subdividing the quarter note and dotted eighth notes into 16th notes. Lastly, we should talk about the tempo marking for this excerpt. Moderato can mean a wide range of tempi, and we should think about the music when we decide on a performance tempo. The important thing is to consider that moderato means moderate. The music shouldn't be in a hurry, nor should it seem like it's not going anywhere. My personal preference for this excerpt is between 88 and 92 beats per minute. If you have any questions, you can leave them down below as comments, or you can send me an email at APSU. Have a great day and happy practicing!